fast start and be able to ride this crowd and get some momentum to just like put the Islanders away, because last season Kearney was a top 10 team, went to Grand Island, and they won by one. Islanders had a chance to beat them at the buzzer. And so it was one of those things where it was a closer game than it should have been, and it might be that same way tonight. Well, first let's get you to know this varsity roster as we have a video here of this year's Kearney High Boys varsity squad. Lincoln. Oh. All right, we welcome you back live here to Kearney. First, let's get you the starters for each team. First, we'll start with the Islanders. Starting is a 6'3" junior, number 3, Lebec Warren. Then we have a 6 feet junior, number 5, Shanneman. Then we have a 6'3" senior, number 12, Braden Wald. Then a 6 foot senior, number 20, George Silliman. Then a 6 foot junior, number 23, Will Nordhughes. It should be a pretty entertaining game. Kearney again coming in number 4 All-State, according to the Omaha World Herald, and actually is number 4 in the standings to the NSAA points for districts. Now, as we look into the past, it's been pretty lopsided towards Kearney since 2003 in the regular season. Kearney holds an edge of 19 wins to 8 losses, and they've won 5 out of the last 6 games. But the statistic here, the last 4 games has been decided by 9 points combined. So it's all been really, really close games. Last year, Kearney won by 1. Islanders actually had a chance to beat them at the buzzer.
And that's when all the Kearney Rowdies traveled to GI last year, and that was a good game.
Yeah. And now let's get you the starters for Kearney. First is a 6'1" senior, number 3, Jake Techmeyer. And a 5'9" senior, number 11, Trey Clevenger. A 6'2" senior, number 24, Ryan Koski. A 6'3" junior, number 44, Cannon Coster. And a 6'6" sophomore, number 43, Shiloh Robinson. as we get closer here to tip-off. It's one of those things. We'll see how they defend Cannon Coster tonight. Averaging 19 points a game, one of the top players in the state. Be interesting who they put on, maybe Shanneman or Nordhughes.
Last year, Cannon was on a roll, and about this time when they played GI, teams started boxing and one, playing box and one on Cannon. And Cannon, they shut him down last year against GI. They boxed and won them, which is a one-on-one on Cannon, then a four-man zone on the rest. And so we'll see if they do that again. I have a feeling that they'll be playing zone today.
And we're going to take a quick break as Kearney and Granite up next as it completes Rivalry Week. You're watching live here on BSN. We welcome you back live to a jam-packed Kearney High School where they take on their arch rivals, Grand Island, about 45 minutes east of here. It's one of the best rivalries in the state, and we're glad to bring it to you again. I'm your host, Jeff Ekstrom, along with my partners Jack McFadden, James Lee, Allie Myers, and Robert Goff, with special guest Christian Poles. And I'd just like to give a shout-out to at the Big Apple, Josh Garltz, setting it up there at the Big Apple so people can view it there in laser tag. And here we go, Kearney, Grand Island. To look at the tip is Shiloh Robinson. Against him will be, looks like Braden Wald. And Wald's going to win the tip, and it'll be Shawneman to take it. Shawneman go by Techmeyer.
Sporting the headband.
And for three, is Warren. He hits it. Warren hits a quick three, and it's 3-0 Grand Island. Coster will bring up the floor. They're going to maybe play some full court trap. Cross to Coster. Coster back out for Techmeyer. He's going to hit a three off the back iron. And it will be rebounded by Grand Island. Down the floor, Shawneman makes a spin move. He's going to drive inside. Robinson, and it's going to be charged. Great move there by Shiloh Robinson to stay still and draw the charge.
Great defensive play by Shiloh.
And that's Shawneman's first foul, first team. And it'll be Clevenger. Back to Techmeyer, now to Koski.
Shawneman, their leading scorer for the season, already got a foul with 1 minute in.
Techmeyer to Clevenger.
So, yep, GI is playing a 2-3 zone. They do not have a height advantage. No.
Robinson's guy in there.
They're at 3-2 zone right now.
Techmeyer had Koski open near the back door, but overthrew him, so it'll be a turnover. 7 minutes, 1 minute into this basketball game, and it's 3-0 Islanders.
I don't think they have a starter out there that's above 6 foot, do they?
No, I think 6'3", 2 6'3" guys. That is in
on the court right now?
And Wald,
okay.
Yes. But their tallest guy is 6'5". They have 2 6'5s with Andrew Bartles and Mutch Beal. But Shiloh stepped up his game since last year, so he's going to be way more impactful than he was a year ago, size-wise. And it will be Warren back out.
Yep.
And they're going to call a travel on Wald. And so it'll be Techmeyer to throw it out from underneath. Ooh, now we're actually going to do it by the sideline, near sideline. It'll be Clevenger to Koski, the far side. Now back Clevenger to Techmeyer. Clevenger to Koski. He's going to dribble. Fakes the pass. He's stuck there now to Clevenger.
So up GI 3-2 zone.
Techmeyer try to go inside, but back to Koski. To Clevenger. Fake the pass to Cannon. Now to Koski. Koski back to Clevenger. Inside to Robinson. Robinson's kind of triple teamed, and he throws it away to Nordhus. And for taking it up is Wald. And then Nordhus will set the offense. And it'll be Shawneman, guarded there by Techmeyer. Now back Nordhus. Now to Warren. Receiving at Stillman. Stillman's going to go inside. He's going to lay it in. And it's 5-0 Islanders here out of the gate. Koski to Clevenger to Robinson. Clevenger to Koski. Back to Clevenger. Now to Techmeyer. To Clevenger. Now to Koski in the far corner. Back to Clevenger. Working it around here.
Just got to be patient with this zone. Find an open shot.
Now Techmeyer directing the offense. Now to Clevenger. 5:25 left in this opening quarter. 5-0 Grand Island in this historic rivalry game. Techmeyer to Clevenger for three. Clevenger off the back iron. Rebound there by Techmeyer. He's going to go back up with it. It'll lay it in. Kearney's on the board, but down the floor is Silliman. He'll go up, draw the foul, and he'll shoot two. And so Koster will be charged with the foul. First team. First personal, first team. It'll be Silliman to take 2 free throws.
Rowdies with the toga themed tonight.
It is absolutely jam-packed there at the Rowdy section.
Definitely the best showing that we've had for the Rowdies this season.
Silliman made the first one. The second one is good as well. So Grand Island has a 7-2 lead with 5:03 left in this first quarter. Islanders with a full court kind of trap press. It's going to be Techmeyer. Now to Robinson in the corner. He's going to drive. He's going to go back out to Koski. Koski is almost stolen away. Robinson, really, and he lays it in.
GI's really looking for that close matchup pressure with traps on that zone.
And a double dribble there by Nordhus. And Casey Burnham's going to check in for Nordhus. So Kearney, down by 3, will have possession after the double dribble. Techmeyer As Koski all the way down the corner. It almost stole away, but gets it to Clevenger instead. Koski back to Clevenger. Now back to Koski in the far corner. Koski directing the offense here. Now to Clevenger. Now back to Koski. Got some space. Now to Robinson. Tried all the way across for Clevenger. He's open for three. Yes! Trey Clevenger ties the game at 7. Halfway through the opening quarter. 7-7. Shoneman guarded by Techmeyer. Looking for options. And now it's to Silliman. Now back to Burnham. Burnham's going to drive inside on Coster. Now it's to Warren. Warren's going to go up. Is it? Air ball rebound there by Coster. Cannon's going to bring it down the floor. Ooh, and it's tipped away by Silliman, but Techmeyer gets it anyway. Now to Robinson.
That's where Kearney's going to want to work is on the transitions, so GI doesn't have time to get into their set defense.
It will be Techmeyer. Down to Clevenger. Koski working it around. Ends up in Techmeyer's hands. He's trying to set something up. Tie game. 7-7. 3:15 left here in this quarter. Now to Coster in the corner. He'll take a three. Too far. Burnham with the rebound. And he's going to push the pace. Drives inside, back out for Warren. He's going to go drive inside, now back out to Silliman. He's going to drive, go up, and he'll finish. So Silliman with 2 points, and the Islanders retake the lead 9-7. It will be Techmeyer. Now to Trey Clevenger. Clevenger back to Techmeyer on the far side. He'll stop. Pass it to Koski in the far corner again.
Coster working down low. Shiloh outside.
Techmeyer back to Coster. Probably bounce pass wasn't the best option there. Almost lost track of it. Now to Robinson. Looks inside. Now back across to Techmeyer. Deep three. He'll hit it anyway. Jake Techmeyer.
That was probably a solid 3 feet behind the.
And Coster picks off the pass. He's for Techmeyer. He's going to drive inside. Back out. Koski for three. Yes! Ryan Koski. 13-9 Bearcats. Shanaman. And it's going to be off Koski's foot.
Sophomore guard Carson Schwartz enters the game for Trey Clevenger.
And so, bringing out is Braden Wald. Now to Burnham. AC Burnham, guarded there by Carson Schwartz. We like to say Schwartz, the defensive specialist, working on very fast. Casey Burnham.
Very fast.
Burnham's going to go inside, and he finishes. And
one of the faster in the state.
And he just showed his speed right there. So he's able to get around Schwartz.
Back-to-back threes in the last 2 possessions.
One by Koski, one by Techmeyer. Coster picks up his dribble, goes inside to Koski, finds him. He's going to go back out to Schwartz. Schwartz now to Robinson. Thought about the three. But back out to Techmeyer. To Coster. Thought about it. He's going to drive inside. Back out to Schwartz. He'll take a three.
Shot.
Yes!
Carson
Schwartz! 3 straight threes by the Bearcats as they lead 16-11. Shoneman.
Good defense by Jake.
Goes up with it, lays it in.
Good finish.
And Carson Schwartz, now to Techmeyer. Back to Schwartz. Now to full for Coster. It's out to Koski. He's going to drive.
Good pump fake.
And he's going to lay it in. Ryan Koski. Very entertaining first quarter as Kearney leads 18-13. 40 seconds left in this opening period. Coster off his foot. And so Grand Island will stick with it. And so it will be Lebec Warren checking in for Silliman. And Wald is also out. Excuse me. Wald is still in. It will be Casey Burnham looking for that trap. They've had success so far this year. Burnham. Out of Shoneman. Back across to Warren. He's going to drive inside. Robinson, good defense. Back out. Burnham now to Shoneman. Now to Burnham. They got 5 seconds. Shoneman to Burnham. Burnham's going to drive inside, and they're going to call
travel.
They call it travel, and I think that's the right call, as it was great defense there by Carson Schwartz to cause that travel. 1.7 seconds left. We'll see what the Bearcats have to up here. Koski to Schwartz. Schwartz is down the court. Short, but an entertaining first quarter as the Bearcats, after trailing 7-2 early, lead 18-13. You're watching Rivalry here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney as we begin the second quarter of play with the Bearcats leading 18-13. Leading the way at the end of the first quarter, points-wise, is Ryan Koski and Jake Techmeyer, tied with 5 points apiece, while it was Silliman for Grand Island with 6. It's Obi Clevenger to bring it up the floor for the Bearcats. Starting 5 for Kearney in there. It'll be Techmeyer now to Koski. Now I think Grand Island, they're still playing their zone.
Yep.
Robinson. And back to Clevenger. Thought about the 3. And now to Techmeyer. Now to Clevenger. Wants to get inside to Cannon. They do. Back out to Robinson. Inside. Back out. It's going to be a turnover. And bring it up the floor. There's Noah Vale. Vale worked on by Techmeyer. Now
Volley,
to Warren.
I think.
Volley.
Yep. Sophomore guard. Played against him, actually, for about 5 years for travel basketball. Him and Carson Schwartz very familiar with each other.
So it will be Warren. You drive around Robinson. Now back out. Picked off by Coster. He's going to push the floor. Nordhughes on him. Behind the back. Go up. Just too strong.
Finish.
And it's Warren down the other end. Clevenger just get fouled. That's a smart foul there by Clevenger. That is some high IQ basketball right there by senior guard Trey Clevenger. As it was Warren, he was going to have a wide open basket, but Clevenger just fouled him, and they're going to have to take it underneath their hoop.
It's a low fouling game, so really anyone should be able to do that with as fast-paced game as this is.
Volley now to Warren. Warren back into Nordhughes. Now to Volley. He'll take a deep 3 as well.
Yep.
In, and actually he goes, went around the basket and dropped in. So 18-16. Koski to bring it up the floor. Tries to go inside now to Clevenger. Look for some space now to Techmeyer. Back up to Coster. That's a one-on-one against Silliman. To Techmeyer. Techmeyer's going to drive inside. Good
Robinson.
Pass. Wow. Robinson lays it in.
Great connection right there. Awesome pass by Tech and open eyes by Schuyler to see that pass.
And so it's Volley. Drop out this Silliman. Now to Volley in the corner. Guarded there by Coster. Now back out to Warren. Warren one-on-one against Koski. Crosses over. He's going to take a deep 3. Hits it. Islanders taking a couple of 3s and hit them as they are only down by 1, 20-19. With 5:45 left in this second quarter. Techmeyer to Clevenger to Koski. Clevenger to Coster. Thought about now. Techmeyer inside to Robinson. Back out. Great play there by Robinson. Koski. Now to Coster. Screen by Koski. Back out to
Open
Clevenger. He's open for three. Off the back iron. Rebound there by Robinson. Will he keep it in? No. So Grand Island will have a chance to retake the lead. Shay Shanneman will check back in for Grand Island and for Will Nordhus. And so it'll be Shanneman to bring it up for Grand Island. Guarded by Carter Schwartz. Tries to spin over. That's great defense there by Schwartz. Hands it off to Volley. Now back to Shanneman. Guarded still by Schwartz. Now they switch. Volley against Schwartz. Now it's to Warren. Back out. That is DeWald. Now to Shanneman. Back to Warren at the top of the key. Now back up to Silliman. Guarded by Koster. He's going to drive inside, and Koster's go up, and there's going to be a foul called. Looks like on Koster, a body foul. That's Koster's second.
About that.
A little touchy right there.
That was a
and Koster
debatable call right there.
Already with 2 fouls. He's going to have to check out. We'll see if he plays the rest of this quarter. As Bronick doesn't like the call, having a discussion with one of the referees. So I would think with Koster arguably their best playmaker out there for Kearney, maybe try to capitalize on the situation here for Grand Island.
Yep.
Is Volley, Koski. Then it's DeWald. Then it's a Warren, guarded by Robinson. Warren's going to drive inside, back out. Now it's Shanneman. He tried to drive inside. Great defense there by Schwartz. Clevenger looking against Silliman, back out. It's Warren, back out again for Silliman.
GI really looking on passing, cutting, driving, passing.
And it's timeout by Grand Island. We'll take it with them as they trail Kearney 20-19. You're watching one of the greatest rivalries in the state of Nebraska here on BSN. Welcome back live to Kearney. 4:28 left here in this second quarter. Bearcats lead 2019. Stick around for the halftime report as we're hoping to get an interview with girls head coach Jason Boyd on their victory earlier tonight as they won 44-34. So be Shanneman directing the offense, guarded by Koski. Now does a volley. Volley back out to Silliman. Now to Warren. Warren guarded by Techmeyer. Now to Shanneman, guarded by Techmeyer. They switched. Shannon's going to drive inside. Schwartz try to pickpocket him, and they're going to draw the foul. Looks like they're going to call it on Techmeyer. That's Techmeyer's first, team's fourth. But Shannon will shoot 2 for a chance for Grand Island to take the lead. First one, no good. So Shanneman's second free throw. Makes the second one. So this game is tied at 20. Now across to Schwartz. He'll get it. He's going to try to push it. Now it's back to Clevenger.
Still looking for Shiloh. Shiloh's working hard. GI is putting some great pressure on Shiloh Robinson down low.
Now across to Techmeyer. Good catch. He's going to shoot a 3. Air ball. Maybe Shanneman with it. And down the floor for Silliman. And they're going to call the foul on that. So Robinson with his first, team's 5th. but Grand Island will go to the line to shoot 2. And now checking in for Grand Island is Ashton Keyser as Silverman makes the first free throw. As Casey Burnham checks in for Noah Volley. Keyser is a 6'2" senior as Silverman hits both. They make it 22-20 Grand Island. That's to Schwartz. Now across to Koski. Grand Island has done a pretty good job defensively so far, holding Robinson and Kosker in check. Clevenger now to Koski. To Schwartz. It'll be Schwartz. Inside of Robinson. It's Koski, good find. Koski couldn't finish. Tried to get a rebound, jump ball, but it would go to Grand Island. And now we'll see Cannon Coster checking back in. So it will be Warren who will throw it in as Wald's going to check in for Keyser. So it will be Burnham to bring it up the floor. 3:05 left in the second quarter. Coster is guarding Burnham. Burnham's going to look to drive inside. Stops, looks. Back out to Warren, guarded by Clevenger. Again, Grand Island leads 22-20. Warren's going to drive inside, goes up. He's going to finish. And that will be Schwartz who will bring it up the floor. Out to Clevenger. Across to Schwartz. Down floor for Robinson, but it will be Shoneman who hits it out. And it's going to be a timeout by head coach Drake Baranek. We'll take it with him. 2:34 left in this second quarter. Grand Island leads the number 4 ranked team in the state. Kearney 24-20. You're watching live here on BSN. Welcome back to live to Kearney. As we look, we got a few Husker players joining us in the Kearney Rowdy section. I recognize one of them, Zach Darlington. Then we got the Davis Twins. They play defensive line. They're here for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes meeting afterwards, after this game.
Yep.
As it will be Clevenger who will take it for the Bearcats to Schwartz. 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Islanders lead by 4. Schwartz going to drive inside, back out to Clevenger. To Techmeyer. And Robinson set with the screen, and they're going to call the foul on an Islander. They're going to call it. They're going to call it on George Silverman, the 20. That's his first. So it'll be Schwartz to Clevenger.
Bearcats have only had one bucket in the second quarter so far.
Robinson back out to Schwartz. Back across to Clevenger. He's open. He's going to try to drive inside, though. Back out to Schwartz. He's open for 3. Hits it! Carson Schwartz! Back down the floor is Burnham. They lead by 1, 24-23. And now it's Warren. Warren to Silliman, guarded by Techmeyer. In the corner is Burnham. Now for Wald. Now out to Warren, back in the corner for Silliman. Now back to Warren at top of the key. Back to Burnham, working around Shoneman. Inside of a wall, then Robinson with a stuff. Trey Clevenger will take it down the floor. It's Schwartz. The Clevenger, he's open for three.
Deep three.
Off the mark. Back out, rebound by Wald. Now out to Silliman. Minute 10 left. 24-23 Grand Island. Shoneman. And switched. And Clevenger back up. Shoneman can't finish. He gets his own rebound, goes back up, and Robinson blocks him again. Techmeyer up the floor. He's going to drive. He'll finish
by Jake Techmeyer.
Jake Techmeyer. Kearney retakes the lead, 25-24. Burnham to Shoneman.
Truly is a team effort on both sides. Many players contributing for both teams. This is a great team game tonight.
Tannen and Schwartz get called with the foul. A reach in, his first. Team 7th. And so it will be Wald who will take it out. He's looking to throw it in. He gets Shoneman. Ooh, Techmeyer took a swipe. He's going to pick it away. 20 seconds. Koski down the floor. He's going to go in. Oh, good finish, but actually they're going to call the foul.
Yep.
So he will shoot two. Crowd was getting so loud I couldn't even hear the whistle.
It was a little late. Yeah, maybe didn't hear it, but.
So Koski will go to the line. He has 5 points. 0 during this quarter. In fact, this might be the first free throws taken by Kearney tonight.
Yep.
First one is good. And Brock Marlette, senior guards, checking in for Techmeyer. And then Joaquin Robinson, the brother of Shiloh. Actually, they're subbing him in for Shiloh Robinson, his brother. Joaquin committing to Doane College to play football. Was a standout defensive lineman for the Kearney football team this season. And Koski makes both. It'll be Shoneman. Guarded by Schwartz. Shoneman's going to drive, and he fell.
Yep.
And Schwartz going to take it away. 10 seconds
ball.
to
There's
go.
no foul right there.
It'll be Clevenger. He'll hold up across to Koski. Made a man miss. Koski drives in. What a finish.
Nice.
So close. And Koski will go to the line for two more with 1.8 seconds left in this half.
Gutsy play by Koski right there to take it in. Great aggressiveness on the hoop. 2 for 2 in his previous free throws.
And Koski makes his third consecutive free throw. He leads all Kearney players with 8 points. Trying to make it 9. He does.
Bearcats on a 9-0
And that will do it for the first half. As Kearney makes an exclamation point at the end of this first half as they lead 29-24. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have an interview with girls basketball head coach Jason Boyd. Stay with us here on BSN. Hello, everyone, and welcome back live here to the Kearney High School, where at the halftime of the boys' game, Kearney leads 29-24. I'm glad to be joined by Kearney High girls basketball coach Jason Boyd. Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
And so, first question is, what do you think you guys did pretty good, and what do you think you could improve on?
We got off to a better start. We've been having a hard time in the last several games getting off to good starts, and so that was good. Come out to a good start, and then we ran into some foul trouble tonight, and that caused us some problems as far as scoring. We keep that momentum going was kind of tough throughout the first half, and they kind of went on a run down the second half. So, I thought it was good. We got some bench kids in the game, and I thought they, Addie Wood scored, I think, 6 in the first half for us, which was big with Mishu and with Mariah Rost out with their foul trouble. And so when she stepped up, that was huge. But I thought our trap got to them a lot. I thought those were some good things. I thought we executed our offense pretty well in the second half also. So there's a lot of positives to take from this for sure.
And so, I guess it's been kind of the theme the last few games that you guys have struggled offensively. I thought I saw some better offense tonight. What have you guys been doing maybe in practice to kind of fix those flaws in your offense?
Well, we've been a little better on the road. It's kind of been frustrating for us to not play as well here with in our home crowds here, and we've had some offensive droughts. But we definitely have. There's been games where we really execute for a long stretch. I mean, last week we were down 23-4 to Westside with a couple minutes left in the second quarter, and then went on a huge run. Westside's one of the best teams in the state by far. I mean, they're 2 or 3 in the state right now, and we went on a huge run and actually cut that to a 1-point game with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So, I think sometimes with these droughts we're working on, do we need to pressure more? Do we need to trap more? Do we need to create our offense with our defense a little bit? So that definitely is one thing we've been working on a little bit. And tonight we did that against Hastings, and then we got down 9-1 at the end of the first quarter. So it's tough. I mean, you don't know what to do. Do you talk about it before the game, or do you let it go because maybe it's getting in their head a little bit? So, I mean, we're just focused on still running our stuff well. I mean, a lot of times the Hastings game, we just didn't hit shots early in the game was had a lot to do with it.
And so I noticed tonight, and actually the last couple games that we've broadcasted, is that near the end, maybe 5-6 minutes left, you guys take about a minute and a half to try to go as long as possible on your possessions. Has there become strategy behind that, or is it kind of your players just working around a lot more than they usually do at the start of the game?
For me, it's about if you're up 8-10 with 6 minutes left, I'd rather be up 8-10 with about 3 or 4. So if we can run it, we're going to run it. And a lot here tonight, a lot of it had to do with Lindsay Norvell is our leading scorer on the year. She's supposed to be their best player. She didn't have a very good game tonight, but we hope some of that had to do with us. We were kind of focused on her, and she was trying to check in. That had a lot to do with it because we were really playing pretty well, and so I was questioning, should we be running some clock now? But when I saw her going to check in, we decided, let's just run some clock. Let's leave her on the side as long as we can. That had a lot to do with it, actually, tonight.
And I'd like to kind of discuss about Alexis Mishu, sophomore guard. She had 14 points tonight to lead the way. What have you seen from her, the kind of growth from the beginning of the year to this time that you've seen that you really liked?
She gets better and better and better throughout the year. I mean, she's a volleyball player. She's a 3-sport player, soccer as well, which we love. That's what we need at Kearney High. That's what we push, we promote. We want our kids playing as many sports as possible. But the catch to that is sometimes it takes her a while to get going too, and that's normal. We're okay with that. We understand that, and so. But she has been tough, and to be honest, going into the year, right now we're 11-7. I don't think many people thought we'd be that way. Losing Skylar Snyder from last year's team, and that has little to do with our scoring droughts that we've been having. We had such a good scorer last year, but she has really picked up the slack. I think Alexis has been huge for us. She really scores inside a lot. I mean, she does a good job inside, and she finds a way somehow to always seem to get within 2 feet of the basket and where she can finish. So we run quite a few sets to her, actually. We run a lot to her to try to isolate her on the block and get her some easy baskets for us, and went to that in the third quarter early, and she kind of got us going in the third quarter.
And so as we look forward onto the schedule, Papillion Vista South tomorrow, probably arguably your toughest opponent left on your upcoming schedule. Can you kind of give us a preview of what you're going to see from them?
Really, really good athletes, like a track meet. I mean, they beat us last year at home by 6, and it was like 68-62, and it was up and down, up and down. I mean, that's a lot of points for us to be putting up. Even last year it was above our scoring average. So It'd be tough to stop, tough to match up with. They're just really, really athletic. So they'll full court press. They full court man. They full court diamond press. They make it tough. They'll make it tough for us for sure. Yeah, they're a tough opponent. But you're right. That is by far probably our toughest opponent left. And then next weekend you got Norfolk, and Norfolk's a tough one. We squeaked out one in our GNAC championship against them. So we knew going in. We thought we had to get this one. We knew this one would be tough tonight. And then who knows if we can get tomorrow somehow. Tonight helped us at least hopefully get a 2 seed. So hopefully we can host that first round of districts. We're really close there. But overall power points before tonight, I think we were 10th. So top 14 host first round. So winning tonight was big.
Well, that's all the questions I got for. I'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll hopefully pick up the victory tomorrow, and we'll see you next week against Norfolk here. It should be pretty entertaining.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for your coverage.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. That was Kearney High girls head coach Jason Boyd as they pulled out a 44-34 victory over Grand Island. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have the stats and preview the second half between the boys of Kearney High and Grand Island. You're watching live here on BSN. We welcome you back live to Kearney as we are at halftime with the Kearney boys number 4 team All-State. According to Omaha Prep Zone, lead Grand Island 29-24. Let's get you some halftime stats. First, we'll start with Grand Island. Leading the way for them is George Silliman with 8. Lebeck Warren with 5 points. Casey Burnham with 3. Shay Shanneman with 2. And Braden Wald with 6. And for the Bearcats, senior Ryan Koski with 8 points. They got Jake Techmeyer with 7, Carson Schwartz with 6, Shiloh Robinson with 4, and Trey Clevenger with 3. The big egg on the stat sheet is Cannon Koster. He has 0 points. He averages 19 points per game. But I felt they probably guarded him really close this game, but I felt like that the supporting pieces are really performing tonight for Kearney so far, especially Ryan Koski.
Definitely.
And so at the entry in the third quarter, it is 29-24. In a big game and PowerPoint-wise, Millard West, who trailed in the first and second quarter to Pius, they take the lead 41-36. Pius, 11-2, has not had a very strong schedule, but they are number 2 in the PowerPoints, and those are the only rankings that matter. And Millard West, I think they're around 3. Maybe they might be 1, but that's a game where I think in Kearney's advantage if Millard West won, and especially Pius plays Millard North tomorrow. And Kearney High, and this is relevance to boys, Kearney High crushed Millard North. So if Millard North beat Pius, the number 2 rank in PowerPoints, it'd be very, very beneficial for us, yeah. And so to start the second half, it will be Techmeyer to Clevenger, now to Koster. Techmeyer to Koski. And Clevenger.
Bearcats the Islanders are running a box and one. They've got one guy kind of sticking close to Coster right now.
And so it will be Clevenger back to Techmeyer. Bearcats taking the time on this possession. Inside to Coster. He's wide open in there in the lane. He'll get fouled, so he'll go to the line and shoot two. He's trying to get his first points of this game. I learned earlier today Cannon is 9th in the all-time scoring list when it comes to boys basketball. He said he had around 730 points.
And Kearney right now is leading the school record with 9 straight wins, or is it 10 straight wins?
I think 10 straight wins, trying to make it 11 tonight.
Continue the record.
So Coster made the first one, makes the second. So he has his first 2 points of the game. And so it'll be Schoeneman, so kind of a full court press here by the Bearcats. Schoeneman's going to drive it up the floor, passes over to Ward. He's going to drive inside. And Kosh got a hand on it. And, it's going to stick with the Islanders. A good defense there by Ryan Koski. And so, taking it out is Graydon Wald.
Putting pressure
Pass
on
over.
Shanaman.
It'll be Techmeyer guarding him. Again, 31-26. Kearney, 7 minutes.
Looking for that trap.
And Techmeyer's going to come with the steal. Hits it right to Robinson. Robinson's going to go up with it. He'll finish.
Great hustle there by Jake Techmeyer. And execution to get the ball to Shiloh Robinson with the finish.
Shiloh has 6.
Bearcats working a trap press.
It'll be Wald to drive inside, and Coster's just going to let him through. Kind of smart there not to get that third foul, and Grandon takes a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Kearney leads 33-26. You're watching Rivalry Week here on BSN. James. Welcome back live to Kearney, where the Bearcats take a possession. They lead 33-26, 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And it'll be Koski in the near corner. It's right to Robinson. He's going to go up. He'll finish again. Shiloh Robinson.
Bearcats having much more luck this quarter with getting the ball to Shiloh Robinson than the last couple. It is proving to be efficient for them.
And a pass is going to be picked up by Cannon Coster. Guarded by Silliman. Coster gets by Silliman. To Clevenger for 3. Off the front
Shiloh
rim.
with the...
And Koski takes it away.
Great offensive play by Koski.
Koski goes up. Couldn't finish.
And
it's going to go back to Grand Island. Good move there by Koski. Just didn't get the right roll. And it'll be Casey Burnham checking in for Will Northhughes. Notice Northhughes hasn't played much tonight.
No, he's been coming in and out with a different sub each time, kind of. And
Coster tried to draw that charge. Nothing called. Warren, guarded by Koski. He's going to bring it out to Burnham. Now Shanaman back to Burnham. Now to Warren working it around. Burnham guarded by Coster. Back door. And it's going to be out of bounds. Silliman couldn't handle it. So it'll be a turnover. Kearney leads by 9. A chance to extend their lead to double digits. Techmeyer passes it to Clevenger to Coster in the far corner. Clevenger will set the offense.
Continuing that pressure on Coster wherever he is at.
Techmeyer's open in the corner. Surprised he didn't take that one. So Koski So work around, moves it to Koski, or Techmeyer inside to Robinson. He'll go up, but I think, yeah, they're going to call it on the floor. And they're going to call it on Braden Wald.
Bearcats really looking for Shiloh Robinson down low.
And I got to Clevenger. Techmeyer's, alley-oop for Koster! Oh, he couldn't finish! Great play. Just couldn't get the right handle on the ball. And they're going to call a foul. Who are they going to call it on?
That was on Clevenger.
They're going to call it on Clevenger. Second foul. First team. And so Burnham out, overpass of Koski. He's going to go on the rush. And he will finish
it. Great finish by Koski. Running full speed. That's a hard layup to make.
It is. Kearney's starting to widen this game open. It will be Warren. He'll hit out the volley. Volley to Burnham. Burnham to Wald. Back out to Warren. Warren one-on-one, now heads off to Burnham. Now back to volley. Out to Burnham. Shoneman working it around here is Grand Island. Now out to volley. Kearney, good defense right here. Just about halfway through this third quarter. Kearney leads by 11, 37-26. Burnham's going to drive. He'll go up, couldn't finish.
Can't finish.
Rebound there by Robinson. Down the floor, Clevenger, back out to Koski. And so, kind of miscommunication, but Clevenger gets it. So Clevenger to Techmeyer. There's Techmeyer directing the offense.
Bearcats setting something up.
Almost stolen away by Burnham. Now to Techmeyer. Back out to Koster. Now to Koski. Back across to Koster. Todd about to three. Now he's go back out to Koski. He's going to drive inside. He's going to lay it in.
By Koski.
Ryan Koski, 4 in the quarter.
I tell you what, Koski's instincts have taken over this game. He
leads the
has
way.
Taken every chance and has made them.
He has 12 points. At 8 in the first half, has 4 here in the third quarter. And foul will be called to Clevenger. That's his third. And so it'll be Carson Schwartz who will check in. Lord Hughes checks back in for Grand Island. And they give it to him inside, but they're going to bring it back out. Silliman. Now it's across to Burnham. Now back to Silliman, guarded by Schwartz. And it'll be Burnham. Look around, almost poked away by Koski. The wall to Burnham. Now back to volley, guarded by Koster. Looks inside. Bring it back out. Works around to Silliman. Now to Nordhughes. Now Burnham at the top of the key. Great defense here. Koster jumped. And it's going to be volley. He's going to hit a jumper. Got Koster jumping.
Move. That was a beautiful shot by Noah.
And it's Robinson. Back to Schwartz. He'll direct the offense here. Koski. Having a very good game with 12 points. Schwartz has hit a couple of threes in the first half. The jump started this offense.
I talked to him before the game, and I said, what do you think about tonight? He said, I'm going to be ready to shoot. And he has been ready to shoot.
And he's going to shoot now. And off the back. Koski had his own rebound. Couldn't put it back up and in. And they could call a jump ball. And so it will go to Grand Island. And so Burnham's good pass, Techmeyer, but back. Robinson, couldn't get the steal. Slip, but he looks okay. It's Silliman, now back across to Burnham. 1:50 left in the third quarter. Kearney leads by 11, 39-28. It is Burnham. Now to volley, guarded by Koster. Now back, works it around. Burnham's going to drive inside. Guarded there by Robinson, and it looked like he got poked away. I don't know if it was Techmeyer or Robinson got the hand on it, but it will stay here in possession of the Islanders. And so it will be Burnham who will throw it out. He's going to throw it for Wald. He's going to go up with it. He can't finish. Rebound there by Schwartz. He's going to push the floor, but he's going to hold back. Now he's going back to Techmeyer. Techmeyer's going to drive inside. Spin move.
Good finish.
Lays it up and got it. Jake Techmeyer. Silky smooth finish.
With the move.
And Techmeyer gets called with a hand check foul, his second. Kearney leads by 13. Checking back in for the Islanders is Schoeneman, along with Warren. And it'll be Warren to bring it up the floor. Warren's going to drive inside, back out to volley. Now to Schoeneman, fakes the three. We're going to Techmeyer. Good defense there. Techmeyer not to bite on anything. Out of volley to Silliman, guarded by Robinson. Now back to Warren at the top of the key. One-on-one with Coster. He's going to drive inside. Coster, good defense. That's out of bounds.
Yep.
Went on the shot clock, and so... And we're going to discuss this? See whose ball is it? They originally called Kearney's. And they're going to switch it over to Grand Island, and head coach Drake Broddick is not happy. I don't know about that. Discussing it and then switching it.
Yeah, that's...
But that's why we don't ref. That's why we commentate.
Up here in our safe little booth away from everybody.
Avoiding conflict of all costs. So it's Warren. Passes to Schoeneman. Double guarded, but gets it away to Warren. 30 seconds, and Koster's gonna take it away. He'll go in. He's got 7.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Koster with the slam.
43-28. It is getting wild here at Kearney.
Oh, that would have been Koster's longest airtime he's held before a dunk that I've ever seen.
He showed his vertical there, and it's another. Oh, and Schoeneman got it back.
1-on-2.
And Stillman
blocked it again. Koster.
Robinson brings out the floor at the buzzer to short, but what a way to end the quarter. Cannon Koster slams it home, comes back with a dunk, and Kearney leads 43-28. You're watching Rivalry Week here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney, where we enter the final quarter of play with the Bearcats up 43-28.
And we, with the stats for this game, at one point GI was up 24-20, and since the end of the second quarter, Kearney is on a 23-4 run, which is huge.
They've only
they had leading momentum out of the third quarter just now.
Koster misses 3, rebound by Schoeneman. He's going to push the floor. And they're going to call a foul. And they're going to call it on Ryan Koski, his first. So the Bearcats held Grand Island to only 4 points in the third quarter. And that's partly the reason they are up by 15. So it'll be Burnham, guarded by Clevenger. To Wald, back out to Schoeneman, guarded by Techmeyer. They've held Schoeneman in check. Probably their best player. And that's back out. The Wald. He'll take a shot. He'll make it. And they're going to call it a three-pointer. So it's 43-31. 7:20 left here in the final quarter of play. To Coster. Coster to Clevenger off a screen. Now a look. Passes to Koski. Now back to Clevenger. Tried to look inside. Now back to Coster to Koski. Trying to get inside to Robinson. And it's Clevenger who's going to take off the screen back to Koski. Fakes the pass. Back across to Coster.
Looking for it.
On Nordhughes. He's going to step around. He's going to go up with a foul. He'll draw it. So he'll shoot two. Grand Island's done a good job of keeping Coster in check. Has 4 points through 3 quarters. 2 for 2 on free throws tonight.
And 1 for 2 on dunks.
But we give him 5 stars for the entertainment rating.
5 out of 5 stars.
Coster misses the first free throw. Second one is good. So they extend their lead to 13, 44, 31. And it's going to be Wald. Going to be trapped there. And almost stolen away. Silliman almost lost track of it too.
Robinson.
Now to Burnham. Now for Shoneman. Blocked away!
And he gets it back!
Up the floor. Tickmeyer lays it in!
Great finish! Drake Bronick ecstatic, moving across the sideline.
Back up the floor. Tipped away.
And back to
Clevenger takes it away. Up the floor. Koski, the Clevenger. Inside to Robinson. And he'll draw the foul.
Monster swat by Cannon Coster to turn the tide right there.
Shiloh shooting his first free throws of the night. Misses the first one. Robinson has 8. Second one by Robinson. No good. So misses both. But it'll be Nordhughes to bring it up the floor. Shoneman double teamed inside the Wald. Back out. And stole away, but out of bounds.
By Shiloh Robinson.
Great foot speed showed there by the big 6'6" sophomore. So now it will be Warren to bring it up. 1-on-1 with Coster. Great defense.
Amazing defense.
And they're going to call the foul. Actually,
nope.
They're going to call travel.
Yep.
And that's what great defense does. Cause travels. And so it will be Techmeyer to Clevenger. Back to Techmeyer. He'll bring up the floor. 5:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Kearney leads 46-31. An atmosphere of this game doesn't feel like it's a 15-point game.
No. It never does, though, against your rival, no matter the score.
Techmeyer couldn't get the roll. Robinson almost got the offensive rebound, but brought down by Silliman. He crosses over. And they're going to call the foul on Koski. Koski his second, team's 5th. So Carson Shores will check back in. And so it will be Shoneman to Warren. And Shoneman will set up the offense. Guarded there by Techmeyer. Passes Nordhughes. He'll take a deep 3. Off the back iron. Rebound is off Robinson. And so Grand Island will stick with the possession. Shoneman inside the wall. Now back out to Shoneman. He'll take a 3. And off the back rim. In. Rebound there by Robinson. And Schwartz will bring it up the floor. He's got Coster. Ooh, Coster wanted the alley-oop. And Schwartz almost taken away by Silliman, but he doesn't. And he wanted to go back door to Coster, but he couldn't do it. Good defense. And Bronx going to take a timeout. And we'll take it with them. 46-31. Kearney leads with 4.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You're watching live. Hang on BSN. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Kearney. They lead 46-31, and we have a score update, a final in Omaha as Lincoln Pius X wins 54-53 over Millard West. That was a big one for Kearney. If Millard West would have been able to pull that out, it would have been good for Kearney's power points. But I think what's even more important matchup is Pius when they travel and face Millard North, who Kearney actually kind of beat pretty handedly. So if they beat Pius, who's number 2 in the power points right now, it would really boost their standings, as Kearney is number 4 right now. So Schwartz, worked on by Silliman. Schwartz, as he go around, hands it off to Techmeyer. 4.5 minutes left. 15-point game in Kearney's favor. Techmeyer tried to give out Shonovan, now gives it to Koski. Koski back to Techmeyer. I think maybe Kearney kind of wind down the clock and kind of take longer possessions. And so Techmeyer's going to drive in, back out. No-look pass for Coster. Coster now it's trying to get it to Robinson, but it's going to be off an Islander, so it'll stay down on this end. So it will be Techmeyer. Throw it out. He tried to give to Koster, but it was off Shoneman. He got it back.
Good hustle by Carson Schwartz to stop the ball.
And we're going to call a body on, looks like Schwartz. Yep, they're going to call it on Schwartz. Team 6th, Schwartz is 2nd. So Shoneman will throw it underneath the hoop. Gives it to Wald, guarded by Schwartz. Wald, great defense
by Carson.
And it'll be Robinson who will bring it down. So Schwartz will bring it up the floor. Brings it across the timeline. Hands it off to Techmeyer, and Bronx going to take a timeout. And we will as well. Kearney leads 46-31. You're watching Rivalry Week here on BSN. Welcome back live to Kearney, where they lead by 15, 46-31, 3:40 left here in this game. Very entertaining. The atmosphere doesn't feel like it's a 15-point game. We have another score update. Lincoln High leads Lincoln East 48-47 at the end of the third quarter. Kind of upset alert. Kearney beat Lincoln High last weekend when they traveled to West Side. And Lincoln, Robinson go inside, draws the foul, so he will shoot 2. Robinson 0 for 2 in free throws tonight. Shea Shoneman's 4th foul. Robinson's first one is no good. So he's 0 for 3 tonight. And so Robinson, second free throw is good. And so bring out the 4 is Casey Burnham, the junior. He in fact started as a freshman. Warren's going to drive in, and they're going to call the foul on the floor. And who are they going to call it on? They're called on Koski, his 3rd. Team 7th, so it will be getting the bonus. So we'll shoot a 1-on-1. Will Nordhus will check in for Shea Shoneman, who has 4 fouls.
Yep.
So we'll probably see Shoneman check in about maybe 2 minutes and a half left, even sooner. Warren's first shot of the 1-1 is good.
Bearcats are going to have to tread lightly these next few minutes. 3 minutes and 15 seconds is quite a long time to be in the bonus.
Warren's second shot is good. So he makes both of the 1-on-1, and there'll be Noah Volley checks in for Warren. So it'll be Schwartz to Techmeyer. Down for Koster. To Techmeyer. At the 4 to Koster. Bad pass, but he gets it anyway. It'll be Koski. Across to Schwartz. Now to Techmeyer, and I think this is where you wind down the clock.
Yep.
Take extra time on your possessions. Techmeyer. To Schwartz. Gives it to Robinson. Koski's open. Now back at the point for Techmeyer. And out to Koski. He's going to drive out to Robinson. He slams
it down!
Using his length to put it in the hoop with a slam. And timeout Grand Island. 2.5 minutes to go. Kearney leads by 16. You're watching Kearney High basketball here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. We have another score update. Omaha Westside pulling up a victory against Lincoln North Star 58-55. Kearney plays North Star in next week, and then Lincoln Southwest beats Lincoln Southeast 57-54. As we go back to action, Jake Techmeyer across the floor to Koski. Koski back out for Schwartz. All starters out there except for Clevenger. He has 3 fouls. As Clevenger does, it'll be Schwartz. Double teamed.
Holding on to the ball.
And Barak's got to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here as we have a Tri-City area score update. Hastings St. Cecilia beat Mount Michael today, 56-49. And also along here, as Gretna pulled a victory tonight over Elkhorn. We don't have the final score, but they pulled one up at the free throw line to win that one. And then the Lou Platte Conference, after 3 quarters, Ravenna trails Ord 43-37 as that Tri-City area update. And so with 2:06 remaining in this game, it is 49-33 Kearney as they try to put this game away and try to win their second consecutive game against the Islanders. Robinson to Koski. He'll go up.
Yep.
He will draw the foul, so he will shoot 2.
Koski has had a great night tonight.
Koski 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight.
Grand Island 1 foul away from the bonus.
First two that made by Koski is missed. Just like to remind you that you're watching live here on the Kearney High School Strive.tv channel. I'm your host, Jeff Extra, along with partners Jack McFadden, James Lee, Allie Myers, and Robert Goff, as Koski makes the second one. And so it'll be Wald to Shanaman. Now to Warren. And he will give it to Shanaman. And now it's to Wald. He's up the volley. He's going to drive inside. Leaves a little floater. Missed. Rebound by Wald. He'll go back up. He'll finish. And Grand Island will take a timeout. And we will as well with a minute and a half. Kearney leads 50-35. You're watching Kearney and Grand Island here on BSN. We welcome you back live to Kearney as they lead 50-35. Minute and a half. And so it will be Techmeyer to throw it out. Running it across. Gives it to Schwartz. Schwartz. Back across. Robinson gets it. Up to Coster up the floor. 2-on-1. Back to Koski. He rips it away from Burnham. Minute 20 left. Techmeyer is just going to get pushed by Stillman. And so we'll take it out. That's the Islanders. Actually, in fact, it is their 7th, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Techmeyer.
Coach telling Silliman the next time tap him on the arm instead of push him in the torso. I agree, that was little.
So Techmeyer hits the first one. He has 12 in the game. Make it 13 as he hits both. And so Shanaman's going to bring up the floor. Gives it to Wald. Now to volley. Works it around to Shanaman. 1-on-1 against Schwartz. He'll take a 3.
Good defense by Schwartz.
And he hits it. That's just a good shot by Shanaman. Schwartz did all the good defensive positioning he could have. So Techmeyer's going to take it up, rush up the floor. Minute to go. And it'll be Volley who fouls Techmeyer, so he'll go to the line for another 1-on-1. Islanders 8, so 1 away from double bonus. Techmeyer's first free throw is good. As the Bearcats come up with their traditional, I believe that we will win. We'll beat GI. They do every time that they defeat the Islanders in competition. Second one is missed by Techmeyer. And it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover for the Islanders. And so as you see a full list of substitutions checking in, Joaquin Robinson, Brock Marlette, Trey Clevenger, Brant Barth, and Devin Colbo. Or as I like to call him, Colbo on the cob.
As I like to call him, Kevin Dolba.
We got a lot of nicknames for Devin. So, Colbo has it to Clevenger. 40 seconds to go. Marlette to Joaquim. Now back to Marlette. Double team, but back to Clevenger on the floor. Guarded by Burnham. Goes a triple team inside Joaquin Barlett for Colbo. He'll lay it in.
That's a great ball movement.
Good finish there by Devin Colbo. And so Shoneman push off by Clevenger. He'll step back, hits a three. And it'll be Clevenger. And it'll be off an Islander, so it'll stay with Kearney. And this game is going to be over 6.1 seconds. And that's going to do it. Kearney wins. Huge 55-41 as they sweep the Islanders here tonight. They beat the girls 44-34 and now win 55-41 in the boys game. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have stats, scores around the state, and an interview with boys head coach Drake Baronic coming up here at the BSN postgame show. Let's go. We will be back live to Kearney with post-game show. We'll have an interview with head boys coach Drake Bronick here in just a little bit. First, let's get you some stats. We'll start with Grand Island. Leading the way was Braden Wall with 13, and then George Silliman with 8, Shay Shoneman with 8, Casey Burnham with 3, Lebeck Warren with 2 points, and Noah Volley with 5 points. For the Bearcats, leading the way was Jake Techmeyer, the senior guard, with 14 points, Ryan Kotsky with 13, Shiloh Robinson with 11, Carson Schwartz with 6, Kanan Coster only with 5, and then Devin Colbo with 2, and Trey Clevenger with 3. With the scoring summary, we have Jack.
Yep. Both teams came out shooting and making them the first half. Tons of threes, tons of shots that were made first half. Bearcats came out at the beginning of the first quarter. First quarter ended up 18-13. Going into the second quarter, a little slower off for the Bearcats. The Islanders brought it back. Second quarter ended up 29-24. But at the end of the second quarter and into the third quarter, all the way through the third quarter, the Bearcats held a 23-4 run, which really separated them through this game and held kind of a 15-point lead throughout the end of the game. And then fourth quarter, the Bearcats ended up 55-41. GI actually outscored the Bearcats in that game in that quarter, 13-12. So Bearcats pulling out the W tonight.
So they win it 55-41. They sweep Grand Island tonight as the girls won earlier tonight, 44-34. And so again, is once again Woj, as Kearney has kind of dominated the sports season so far. As we had an update with our wrestling team, as they had a duel against Kearney. Actually, last night beat them 65-9 in a dominating fashion, as they are the #1 dual team in the state, while they are #2 tournament team in the state for our wrestling team. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game interview with the boys head coach Drake Bronick. So stick with us here on BSN. Welcome live back to Kearney High for the post-game show. The Kearney High boys pulling out a 55-41 victory. We're pleased to be joined by Kearney High boys basketball coach Drake Baronic. Thanks for joining us, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys having us on here.
So, of course, big victory against Grand Island. How does it feel to get your second consecutive win ever?
You know, just to open this place up against a rivalry game like Grand Island and get our first win against Grand Island here, I know it means a lot to the kids. It means a lot to the school, and so it's just a hard-fought battle. You knew it was going to be. They're a good team. They play hard, and we matched their intensity and kind of went on a run, and that was the end of it. So,
what are some things that you felt you did really good, and what are some things that you felt you can improvement on?
I thought early on we hit some shots to try to get them out of some of their junk stuff. Our kind of motto for today was adapt and overcome, because they were going to throw the kitchen sink at us as far as defensive. They switched up, went triangle and 2, box and 1. Their 3-2 zone, man-to-man. We knew it was coming, and our guys adapted well and took care of the basketball. And, defensively, I thought we let them get to the paint a little bit too much, but they shoot it so well that we got to kind of guard the three-point line a little bit. And then, you could just see them wearing down as the game went on because there was so many tough twos in the lane. So, I'd like to guard one-on-one a little bit better, but you got to credit our guys for a pretty good second half.
And speaking of guarding one-on-one, I'd like to kind of focused on the 2 sophomores, Shiloh Robinson and Carson Schwartz.
Yep.
I've noticed that since last year, beginning of the season, actually, that Robinson's turned into more offensive threat and done a good job rebounding, especially Schwartz, who's been really, really good defensively. Can you tell us how have you been impressed by their play from the beginning of the season to now?
You know what? It's just one of those things where Coach Krapp always said when I played for him at UNK that you make your biggest improvement from freshman to sophomore year. And I think it just comes because you get used to the speed of the game, and now you just get 1 year under your belt, and you can do the things that you did when you were in junior high and things like that. And the speeds are different, and those two are highly skilled kids. And, I think we thought they would come around and play pretty good basketball, and we have a lot of confidence in them. And, Carson knocking down some shots in his first Woj game is pretty sweet. And then we kind of challenged Shiloh at halftime and said, you know what, if they're going to throw some junk triangle and 2 and things like that, that's disrespectful to you as a player, and you need to take some ownership to that, and you need to go have a great second half. And I thought he dominated the game a lot more in the second half.
And so, as you might know, this is an 11-game winning streak, the longest in school history. Well, has there been any different thought processes with that? Has it really made impact on the team? Maybe it's a different atmosphere with that, knowing that you are on that kind of streak in practice and in games?
Yeah, I think it is. It shows that how important goals and having a purpose and actually going and attacking something, have a vision in mind. If you just go, and that's in life too. If you just go through life aimlessly and don't ever have anything, we're not going to achieve anything. And our guys have really bought into that, and we haven't changed anything schematically. We haven't done anything different defensively, offensively, things like that. It's just been a belief in the fact that we're a good basketball team. And, you get one and get some confidence, and you just keep that thing rolling. So we just got to continue to find a way to climb this mountain, climb this hill, and not let it stop. So our guys have just been super, super awesome. And then I really think coming together has been huge too. Before we were just kind of playing for ourselves or playing for whoever. But when you play together and you play for each other, you can do some really crazy things, and our guys are kind of experiencing that right now.
And so I got a little 2-in-1 question here is give us maybe a little preview of Papio South, and maybe that it could be a trap game because you got Norfolk, top 5 team, coming in to this place next week.
Yeah, Papio South beat us this summer, and if we need to have any more motivation than to get a little redemption from this summer, then I'd be disappointed in our guys. So I think they'll come ready to play. Papio's a great team. They've just rattled off a couple. I don't know how they did tonight, but they rattled off a couple tough wins. They're playing a lot better. They do the same thing. If they get the 3-ball going in, they're extremely tough. They've got some 6'6", 6'7" kids that are tough, long and skinny. So they're going to be a tough matchup for us. We go to their place, but we just got to continue to play Kearney High basketball, and we're not changing for anybody. They're going to change for us. And
so lastly, it's just like, what do you think overall you need to do to finish down the stretch hard and hopefully get into the state tournament and win your district?
It comes with preparation and practice. We've got to get a mindset that we're going to work, and we're going to always be focused and always be prepared, and just not being complacent. And so there's going to be times where we got to get refocused, and we got to really put our hammer down and do some things. But for the most part, I think our guys have bought into the idea that, if you want some reward, if you want some results, it's going to take a little bit of effort. And, it's just been fun to watch the maturity and the development of our guys individually and collectively. So just super proud of our guys.
Well, thanks, Coach, for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow, and we'll see you next week for that Norfolk matchup.
All right, man. Thanks for all your coverage. You guys do an awesome job.
Again, that was Kearney High boys basketball coach Drake Baronic after pulling out a 55-41 Woj victory, as Kearney now will head again to Papio La Vista South tomorrow, and then they will come home next Friday night, a week from tonight, and play Norfolk. Expected to win tomorrow's Kearney, so it should be a top 5 matchup overall next Friday. Girls at 6, boys at 7:45. Both those matchups will be the repeat of the GNAC Conference Championships. The girls won theirs while the boys lost. So that's about going to wrap things up for us tonight. Again, our next coverage will be next week at home against Norfolk. Again, girls at 6, boys at 7:45. Hopefully you can join us for that. And then, again, final scores. Girls win 44-34 over Grand Island, and the boys with a convincing 55-41 victory. For myself, Jeff Ekstrom, my partners, Robert Goff, Jack McFadden, James Lee, and Allie Myers, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, and good night, everybody.